Hello everyone. Um, there are two key things which have been fascinated me for many years. One is my love for travel. Almost 22 to 25 weeks out of 52 weeks in a year I'm traveling. Not the entire week though. Yeah. Not the half a year I'm traveling, but most of the weekends I would say, right, so I'm traveling. And the second is the magic of technology is what really fascinated me, continues to fascinate me. And now if you imagine, if you are planning a holiday and you have access to this friend, tech friend or a dost or assistant, who really knows what you love, and who really knows what you love. He knows if you love going to a shant beach place or a halla gulla wala shopping bazaar, or like if you need to find best eateries around, he's there to help you. So that's the magic of combining travel with something called AI. Oh, as I was saying, you imagine again, like, so the holiday you try to plan and you go and you have access to this tech friend or a dost or assistant who knows really well about you, who knows, right? So if you love going to a shant beach place to look at like a beach sunset, or like so you love like going to a halla gulla wala bazaar for shopping or finding the best eateries around, right? And that's the combining of this with travel and the data and AI is what is creating this magic, right? So couple of years back, if you need to imagine, right, this would sound like a film story or like hard to imagine kind of thing. But this is now possible with many smart folks who have worked hard, primarily like so with the advancements in generative AI, etc. is possible where computer programs are able to primarily think and learn like us, and notice where the likes you are making, and then these programs are learning from it and then suggesting what you might love. And those are the programs primarily which are helping with these advancements. I'm sure like so many of us here in the audience would have heard about Dr. Andrew Ng, who is a co-founder of Coursera and a founder of Deep Learning AI and AI Fund. He equates AI as new electricity. And the way electricity changed and shaped many industries across the world, similarly, AI is going to change and shape the future of many industries, including travel. Now, like, it's not just the big tech or big buzzwords which you keep on hearing, right, all throughout. Now, I'm sure like so many of us would have interacted with online customer service agent, and that customer service agent typically many a times is a chatbot behind the scenes, and that chatbot is the AI which is answering most and sorting most of the queries which you would have, right? And similarly, I'm sure like how many of us would have traveled at Indian airports primarily using DigiYatra? Yeah. So that is using facial recognition and biometric at the back, right? So to like have a very seamless check-in experience at the airports as well. And if another scenario you can think through is the personalized recommendations primarily, wherein, right, so you are getting a good experienced experiences created and curated based on your mood or preferences. So it's all amazing to have all these things possible right now with these advancements in all the computer programs and learning capabilities of artificial intelligence. Now, it's not just the AI which is doing all this magic, right? It's the data behind it which is the core backbone or foundation for it. Now, imagine, right, so data as the ingredients and AI as the chef, right? Where, like, you are creating a dish, like, or a machine learning model, right? So using the ingredients which is available to you, and then, right, so AI is learning and creating the overall magic with the right amount of ingredients required to make the perfect dish. So think of that analogy wherein any actions you are performing on these platforms where we are capturing the data primarily through the actions you are performing, be it search or like so booking a ticket or liking a photograph on social media. So you are generating all these like click stream of data which is the ingredient. You are adding to the pool of ingredients, and then our AI, the chef primarily, is then creating and curating the personalized journeys or experience and tailoring it just for you. And here's the exciting part, right? So India is not just like following the trend primarily, I would say it is leading it, right? From every small village, town to large cities, etc. across, right? So we are trying to not just use it, but like so adopt it, embrace it thoroughly, right? And the opportunity to have a nationwide impact is what many of us call it a Bharat opportunity primarily, right? I'm sure some of you would have heard of a project called Bhashini, which is by Government of India in collaboration with industry and academia, wherein, right, so you are creating different voice data set, and the promise of Bhashini primarily is to enable digital services in your own language to every citizen of India, right? And creating these voice data sets is very essential to be able to deliver the digital services to every citizen across India primarily, right? But it's not just about the fancy tech stuff or the hype which many of us would have been hearing through social media, news channels, etc. Businesses are seeing real value or benefits from this. And many e-commerce, travel agencies, companies, everyone is seeing like better customer experience through personalization and then having a true impact in terms of their sales number. But with the data and tech, the most important part to think through is to be able to protect the digital good which you are collecting on your platforms or others primarily. And that's the core responsibility of like working responsibly with AI. In our four Vedas, which is the divine knowledge store, we also talk about, right, having bhautik and adhyatmik unnati saath, right, wherein we need to be able to use the ethical standards and protocols while we imagine and implement all the advancements of artificial intelligence primarily. And before I wrap up, right, I want to leave a little gyan with all the young minds who are listening here, right? Earlier, people used to say, become jack of all trades, primarily like try to know a bit of everything and you would be very good with something. In the current world scenario, our take primarily as a data practitioner primarily is you need to be a master of one and have a jack of multidisciplinary skills, right? So try to imagine like a reverse T, right? Wherein, right, so you are acquiring multidisciplinary skills. These skills could be machine learning, deep learning, mathematics and stats. It could be domain knowledge. It could be data engineering as a skill. It could be a skill specifically in computer science and programming. And you need to have a mastery of one to really be able to succeed in it. And if technology really excites you, deep dive into it and be a master of, as I said, like at least one key thing, and then you would see the whole benefits of being able to not just like sitting and be a consumer or the user of this, you would add a good value in the ecosystem and hence be a value creator in the ecosystem rather than just be a user. So most of us or like others I see are primarily a consumer in terms of either using ChatGPT or OpenAI or using some APIs primarily to build some basic stuff. You can be a value creator in your own field. Even if you are a storyteller or maybe a doctor, you can help annotate. For example, if you are a doctor, you can help annotate data sets from radiology, and you can do a better job than somebody like me, right? So, and these better annotated data sets help learn better things, which improves overall, right? So the quality of machine learning models, and then hence the healthcare outcomes as well. So you would start getting and adding more value to the ecosystem overall, and that's the urge from myself to everyone here. So again, to everyone here, right, the future is really exciting and full of possibilities. Let's be part of it, one step at a time, one algorithm at a time. Jai Hind.